Going, the players taking the knee. And so here we go then. What a year 2024 has been for Crystal Palace. Those incredible scenes at Selhurst Park at the end of last season to live long in the memory. So now as the year draws to a close, Manchester United making the trip. And the team buoyed by the first half of the season, which has seen them beaten just once, and that by Chelsea. George had a good day at the office against Newcastle United in the Cup, as Crystal Palace were losing in the Cup in midweek. It meant that there was an end to their Conti Cup campaign for another year. United into the quarterfinals. The draw will take place tomorrow. It's here though to and 3 points. What has been and still could be an intriguing weekend in the WSL. Here's Riviere. The lively chase for the Barcelona player to make some ground. Iyazawa back for Maya Letitia and Millie Turner. A combination, a relationship at the back that has been bubbling and building for the last couple of seasons now. Chance for Palace to turn it over though. Jace pickpocketed. Sphere has been building nicely here. The VBS Community Stadium at Gander Green Lane. Expecting a record crowd for this one, and can they see it out in the perfect way? Crystal Palace, who've not won at home this season. From Tailland was good. It's away by Yanez. To Gabby George. Wide for Galton. To dig out a cross, and Amy Everett slicing it high rather than getting much distance on the clearance. Won't sit down, and Kenny Stengel can get it clear up towards Riviere, and they'll come again. United here, led by the Canadian. This Miyazawa. Now Gabby George. Goal for Manchester United against Newcastle in the Cup. Second season for a move from Everton, although last season was a bit of a write-off due to a horrible ACL injury. So she never questioned coming back from her injury. Second such for Gabby George. I think some ACL at Everton. Jace. Linton cuts it back, Turland. Blocking it was Nolan. To it in a flash here, United, and Grace Clinton looking to be a provider. Nolan, who came off the bench to score in the week against Newcastle, able to add to her 4 WSL goals as she's got to her name so far. Plays this one in. Just away as United look to keep the heat on. Leave it. As George trots over. Back for Gabby George again. Clinton, but the flag's up. It's Crystal Palace fans who are making all the noise currently. the name of Laura Kaminski, who's been the coach to bring Crystal Palace to the big time. 2 promotions as a coach in her career. Spurs as well. On the longest run in the WSL without a win, Crystal Palace, 6 without success since their sole victory of this season coming against Leicester. Facing a team in Manchester United, 10 from 10 against newly promoted teams in the WSL. Smile Letitia. Clinton settled into life very nicely at Manchester United after that move from Spurs. Here's Jace showing her strength and determination here as she kept that in play. It is glanced away by Riley. I think the ball has trickled out of play. She's taken a bit of time to really settle into life as a Manchester United player and getting starts this season. Incredibly talented player, as the world was able to see at a time with Barcelona and even before that with Madrid CFF in Liga FA. With a Champions League winner in their ranks. By Susanne Miyazawa. Struggling to get out of their own half, Crystal Palace at present. Yeah, with the throw. Goes United's way and by Grace Clinton. Scores goals, creates goals, but she does the dirty work in the midfield as well, Grace Clinton. Stats will tell you that she is second for most blocks in the WSL this season. Joint most tackles made in the WSL this season. Comes the shot, and it's well wide in the end. By Friday, there was over 1,500 tickets sold. It's very different to the first meeting between these two, the 18-19 campaign. 5-0 in their visit to Crystal Palace that year. Lisiana with a couple of goals in that game. Molly Green, Alex Greenwood. On target. Janssen. They'll put the pressure on. Yanes. Damien Everett. Spoke about how nobody expected to be lifting the title at the end of last season. Breaks freely for Crystal Palace here. Can they make some ground? They do here, Palace. Break here for Dennis Joyce, who can only put it into touch. Everett. Gabby George over for the corner. Millie Turner up from the back. In there, they've got some height in there also with Janssen. Played in by the left-footed Gabby George here. Drifts it in. George! Oh. Smart goalkeeping from Yanis. Had to react. Just drifted in, wasn't it? And the goalkeeper was very alert and aware. That might have just been creeping in. Put it from the opposite side this time. Floated in a deeper one this time. For the top it goes, and just a goal kick. Turland got up the best. The Palace just one win in the Conti Cup since the start of October. Came recently against Charlton. It's been a baptism of fire for Crystal Palace this season in the WSL. Threaten to improve on the 5th place that they achieved last season, which was actually the lowest finish since their promotion. So 15 points off Arsenal in third place, which is the Champions League qualifying places. Yeah. Wooden for company. It's away. For an hour or so is mainly being played in this half of the pitch. United were comfortable in their last WSL outing, which was against Liverpool. They won by 4-0 at LSV. Riviere is sent it back here. United will get the free kick. West Ham were beaten 5-2 at West Ham United, incidentally, when they were, by this stage of that game, they were already 2-0 up with Crystal Palace. We've got a free kick in a telling position here. Goals scored in their last 2 games, the league and cup. They did concede 3 alongside the 5 that they did score against Newcastle in the week. rotated teams. Same could be said for Crystal Palace against Spurs. Your targets in there to aim for. You hit towards goal though. No problems for Shea Yanez. The relegation with Bristol City last season. They lost 2-0 to Manchester United this campaign as well at LSV. It's the American again. Spells in the US with San Diego Wave and Washington Spirit, native of Georgia. To restart. Galton get there. Yes, she can. And unfortunate for Eveready. Sort of feed out. Corner. So what can United make of this corner now? Deep delivery once again. It's been successfully repelled. Approaching 18 first half minutes. Still scoreless here between Crystal Palace and Manchester United, although touched on and off the post. Leah Galton. The closest we've come to a goal so far. There's been one-way traffic, it has to be said. And out of nowhere, a header from Galton coming back off the post. Manchester United here. They just can't get out of the minute. Crystal Palace. And again, he will just keep on coming towards them from Manchester United here. Maya Letitia. Delicately played this in. And that should be Shea Yanez's, and it is. And just calm it all down a little bit. Just a glance on, wasn't it, from Leah Galton, looking to score against Crystal Palace again. She did. Had a 5-0 victory the last time Manchester United visited Crystal Palace in the league. First meeting, I should say, when they played at LSV. United won by 7. There's of Lauren James scoring 4 of those 7 goals. Here's Clinton. George to her left, but Grace Clinton going on one of those drives. Of a mishit from Miyazawa. Mark Skinner will be pretty pleased with what he's seen from his team so far in terms of control of the match, but apart from that head from Galton, not fashioned anything too clear-cut just yet. As Palace make the rare move over halfway. There is Fallon Tullis-Joyce, who's finally got her hands on the #1 spot at Manchester United after Mary Earps made a move to Paris. 6 clean sheets so far. Nobody has done it better than her in keeping the goals out. Blanchard looking to hold it up. Chase and Clinton. Zawa. Janssen in the way. Chance for Palace to maybe cause some issues in that United defence. Blanchard, one way then the other. And United can break away now through Chase. Strong, powerful run this. Just holds it up here, Chase. Maybe she thought that she was going to get a free kick out of that. She's that kind of player, you don't know what you're going to get at times. Playing more out on the right side. At a time at Barcelona, she was very much a floating player. Here's Millie Turner. Riviere can't take it with her. Breaks down again behind Cato. And that will be a free kick. Go the way of Indy Riley. Riley, a goal scorer against West Ham in the last game. Which is a huge game already in a relegation battle. It was the bottom two meeting in Dagenham. It's only goal difference at the time, keeping Crystal Palace bottom when they met last weekend. Game-changing moments when Blanchard missed a huge chance to make it 3-1. The ball was spilled to her feet by the goalkeeper of West Ham, and the end couldn't take a chance. George with the throw. Stopped by Clinton, looking for Galton here. Perseverance has kept it in play. Clinton now. Back for George. Dominique Janssen. Very, very shrewd piece of business bringing her from Wolfsburg. Janssen playing in that midfield role. Well, for much of a time at Wolfsburg in the Frauen-Bundesliga, she was playing more as a centre-back. Starting really as a centre-back, but the dominance of Wolfsburg in her time there, and then she would be playing a lot further forward. Pop up with a goal. Particular threat from set pieces. Here is Janssen again, a former Arsenal player, of course. Riviere, and he goes. Galton rises. Yanez. Hands away. Turner. Commanding was that with Stengel. Fortunate slip from Riley. It's United ball. George to restart things here. To keep in play, it has stayed in play. United throw. It's been taken in the right place. Gabby George. United had to be patient against Liverpool last time out, and eventually the First goal of the game, courtesy of Elizabeth Taylor, came just after the half-hour mark. Here's Galton. Millie Turner can't keep it in. Millie Turner started both games against Crystal Palace in the Championship. And part of a defence that maintained clean sheets in both meetings with the Eagles. And the remaining few now from that Championship team, Galton being one of those, plays it into the centre and Turlin can't do more with it. United's top scorer had to take this on very, very quickly. Can't add to the 4 that she struck in the WSL this season. But a good chance for United getting in behind Palace's defence. Five goals in all competitions, Elizabeth Turland. She scored 13 times in the WSL last season with Brighton. Even at a time back in Norway, she has always been a prominent goal scorer. And it clears away. Get too much ground on it, Everett. Letitia, the new captain this season for Manchester United. Katie Zellum now stateside. Reached back by Nolan. And all is good for Crystal Palace here. So win the season away at Leicester back in October. A sole clean sheet as well in the WSL. Here's Everett. Who won promotion for the second time in her career. Previously done so with Leicester. Writes her name in the history books as the first Crystal Palace women's captain in the WSL. Letitia. Riviere. Letitia going long this time. Search of Jace. Trickle out of play for a goal kick, however. Palace's last home win. They came back in April when they beat Birmingham City. They needed a point enough to get the job done against Sunderland at Selhurst Park on the final day, which in the end created moments that no one in Crystal Palace will ever forget. In front of a record crowd then of 6,796 at Selhurst Park. Riviere. Here's Jess. Zawa, nowhere to go. Looking for Stengel. Millie Turner's got to be aware. She never scored against Manchester United in her days with Liverpool. Katie Stengel. Cleverton from Janssen. And Struggling to make any real ground for Crystal Palace, half an hour in. In a first half hour that has been totally dominated by those in white. The United's record away from home in London recently has not been good. So each of the last 4 away days in London since they beat Tottenham a year ago. Last visit was against Chelsea when they lost by a goal to 0. Stengel was really good at holding the ball up. I deserved the throw as well. She's been everywhere. Katie Stengel, from England to the United States, Australia, Norway, Germany in her career. It's quite the CV. Big goals for Liverpool, 17 in a time with Liverpool in the WSL. In the Championship, helping them get promoted. Riviere, and then Jace. Now Everett. Pressure from Miyazawa, enough to turn it over. And this is Jace. Sort of nonchalant style. What can Stengel do now? Blanchard ahead. It's to put the brakes on. Cato, that's good. Here's Riley. And Riley's ball in. First test really for Millie Turner to deal with. Woodham can't keep it in play. But encouraging signs certainly for Crystal Palace. They had United stretched. There's an issue here, it looks like, for Che Yanez. So a stoppage in play for the Crystal Palace goalkeeper just to receive some treatment. And is that the spark for Crystal Palace? That little spell there, the spark that they need to create more in this match. Kept a 0 against Spurs in the Cup. And midweek, as United were scoring 5. Skinner to get his point across to his players. He's had to breaking play that allows the coaching staff to get their points across. Giannis is still down and still receiving treatment. Defensively so far, Crystal Palace have done pretty well. With the leakiest backdoor in the WSL. It's the sternest in Manchester United. Standing up to them. Skinner. Well, he's had a lot thrown at him. His final point across to his players. He says he has been hardened after some criticism has come his way. A reminder that Manchester United have only been beaten once in the WSL this season. That was against Chelsea through a Guro Wrighton penalty. Hansen. For Millie Turner, a win today for United, incidentally, and they could really put the heat on. Certainly Manchester City, after they were beaten at Everton today. Chelsea slipping up against Leicester yesterday. So is it for United and Arsenal to make some ground? Quickly. Wide for Riley. Scotton flying in. She's not happy with the teammates, but it does mean that Crystal Palace are going to get a corner. They take advantage of a set piece. They go short. Wooden. This could be awkward for Taylor's Joyce, who came and collected that with some real authority, didn't she? And immediately going long up towards Jace. He was there. Here comes Palace again. It's kept low towards Stengel! Into the side netting. What a first touch that was from Katie Stengel. Devilish ball in, wasn't it? That touch there to set herself. And unfortunate for her that the angle was getting ever more acute and just colliding with fellow American felon Taylor's Joyce. Once again, another really good following, as they always do, these Manchester United fans. Here, there and everywhere. The Barmy Army, who are usually pretty loud back at LSV as well. But since United became the entity that they were for their very first season, 17-18, always had a terrific following. I hope that Katie Stengel's okay. From her time at Gotham in the NWSL. It's the first touch that set her up was absolutely glorious. Great burst here from Gail, wasn't it? And then a low cross, and that touch there just to take it away from Millie Turner. Had that gone into the net, that would have been one of the goals of the WSL this season. Just unfortunate then. There was the coming together with Taylor's Joyce. She's a key player, Katie Stengel. Doesn't look good, does it, the way that she's been carried away here, helped away. So the game restarts. And the Crystal Palace is going to be forced into making a change. It's Laetitia. 5 to go. try and get up to a full complement as quick as possible. It looks like we're going to be seeing Ashley Bearden coming on as the replacement for Stengel. She's not going to be able to continue, the American, which will be a real blow. But Bearden, who was a scorer in Crystal Palace's last win last month against Charlton in the Conti Cup, is going to be coming on and hopefully make an impact from a Crystal Palace point of view. Letitia. Give it away just yet though. Here's Gabby George. George, deep it is. Now Jace. Away from Woodham. Needed Kyle to get a toe in there, and so the change now will be made. So Katie Stengel makes away, and Ashley Bearden comes on. Amsterdam born. It's a handful of caps for the Netherlands. Goal that she scored against Charlton, actually her first goal in English football. But the ball is bouncing. And Noland making it clear. Benny Turner. That into the thick of the action here. Approach to half-time, 0-0. Manchester United with air dominance about them, although Palace have slowly come into the game. Attempt from Stengel just moments ago, their only attempt at goal. United having hit the frame of the goal as well. Nolan and Potter getting each other's way momentarily. Here is Maya Letitia. She is taking a game to new levels after a move from Brighton. And the responsibility is being Manchester United's leader these days with the armband, but she's given that away. And the pass for Blanchard though. Miyazawa. With the stoppages that we've had, we're seeing a fair bit of additional time at the end of this first half. Jace. Still she goes on, Jace. Disappointment in the end. Motivation for Katie Stengel, who's been wheeled away, it looks like. The final game of the calendar year. A bit of time if it is to be a notable injury to try and recover ahead of the season get back underway. The second week of January when we come back for FA Cup duty. Clinton just loves having the ball at her feet. God, a free kick, Lexi Potter. Firm grab of the shirt. Been a proper mainstay. Lexi Potter by one game. Jace. Got a corner. So we hit the 45 here in Sutton. Quarter to Manchester United. George takes, and the header down from Millie Turner. But it comes to nothing. We will have 5 more to play due to the stoppages for Shea Yanez and Katie Stengel injuries. Restarts. Woodham to restart here with the throw on loan from Lorraine in the NWSL until the end of January. Featured 8 times in the NWSL as Lorraine didn't make it to the latter stages this season. Riviere looking for the option. Clinton, nicely done. Link up here with Miyazawa, who can't keep it in play, and goal kick it is. I think from a Mark Skinner point of view, you'll be somewhat pleased with what he's seen so far. The fact that they've been able to turn their overall dominance into goals in this first half. Certainly be rather grating for United's head coach. As a team who have been very, very unstable defensively, leaking goals this season, Crystal Palace. I'm sure Laura Kaminski would be delighted with what she's seen from a defensive point of view. It's Nolan. Kaminski talking about the journey that they've been on this season. She says she's been really happy with her players and what they've been able to produce. Here's Janssen. That's in from Yanez. Might have been going wide anyway. Dominique Janssen was scorer before the hour mark against Liverpool. In fact, Janssen and Leah Galton actually assisted each other. It'll be the second time in the WSL that that's actually happened. A couple of years ago, Leah Galton and Ella Toon did exactly the same against Bristol City. Toon on the way back, but just one game too early for her. So that calf injury that she's currently nursing. Yanez taking a risk. And Palace well and truly taking a risk. Clinton! Christmas comes early for Manchester United. Gift wrapped. And right at the end of the first half, Grace Clinton takes advantage. And Crystal Palace, what on earth were they playing at the back? 4th goal this season in the WSL. It's a horror moment for the league's bottom club to concede in that fashion just before half-time. Having held out for so long, having done so well from a a defensive point of view, United get the goal they've been craving. Going to see if Grace Clinton, one of their true ever-presence, 4 goals in the WSL then this season. Scored 4 in the whole of last campaign for Spurs. First goal since October. Riviere, absolute sucker punch for Crystal Palace right on half-time, but for Manchester United, they'll believe they deserve that. Grace Clinton in stoppage time at the end of the first half, coming over the goods after a horrible error at the back from Palace, and United have a half-time lead. Crystal Palace 0, Manchester United 1. Has not helped as well, the injuries and the change that needed to be made for Palace with Katie Stengel going off. Is it going to be a case of United building on this lead now? Looks as though Crystal Palace are going to make a change, so we're going to see the introduction of Molly Sharp. And Eddie Riley is the one that is making way. The change being made here. All of her appearances this season have been off the bench. Scored 8 times in the championship last season. What effect can she have on this game here as Crystal Palace is underway, the final game of 2024. And Manchester United looking to come to London and win in London for the first time in a year. Team who won 4 of the last 5 in all competitions. Started the season so well with 3 successive wins before hitting a spell of draws. And 3 in a row. They've responded really well since their latest draw, which was a goalless one at home to Aston Villa. Disappointment against Chelsea. Victories have been coming United's way, and a great chance here today after what has happened this weekend with City and Chelsea dropping points, City losing, Chelsea drawing. As it stands, United will be going within a point of Manchester City. Quickly level on points with Arsenal just outside the top 3. Free kick here for the WSL's bottom club. As it's glanced away. Here's Woodham. The flag actually has gone up. Well, when these two come back for the restart of the WSL, it'll be a tough one for Crystal Palace as they head to Arsenal, and small matter of a Manchester derby, the first of the season actually for United when they travel to City. It's Verdon. Came on for Katie Stengel in the first half. Woodham restarts here. United did have moments in the first half to add to the... to score more than the one goal, I should say, really. Scored by Grace Clinton. Scored a couple of goals against Crystal Palace on loan at Bristol City a couple of seasons ago now. There's Riviere. Riviere's found a cross too! Straight through the lot of them. Gabby George. What a ball that was. George sends this one in again. Palace clear it away. That's Woodham, and now Jace. Keep him moving here for Manchester United. They're going to get a corner. It's a glorious cross, it really was. Riviere first time round. Gabby George to take responsibility here with this corner. Just a bit too much going on in there. All right, for the referee's liking. Actually, he does come in, and Verdon with the header away. The break could be on here for Palace. She's led by Ashley Verdon. Blanchard up ahead. Yeah, cutting that out. United look to try and seize their control again. Jace. Final touch did come off the Brazilian, and at the end the assistant agrees. Crystal Palace won the championship by a single point from Charlton last season. Push right to the end. Championship's top scorers as well, by some way. Into the campaign, which won 4 of their 5 games to seal the deal on a historic promotion. It's been some ride for Crystal Palace since 1992 and their overall foundation, from the regional leagues to the championship in 2018, when they were elected to it alongside their opponents here. Although it's not exactly been the smoothest of rides since then, and mid-table finishes though in recent years, laying the foundations down to that incredible moment, guided by Laura Kaminski. Vi, it's too heavy. And a nod to Grace Williams as well, who's come in as the head of women's football. Another promotion in her career she had with Bristol City as well. Miyazawa. It's just her second start in the WSL against Liverpool last weekend, getting another one here today. She's penalised. Clinton. Colton just hasn't really been able to get into the game. Those bursting runs, those direct runs of hers that you regularly see down the left side. Billy Turner. Linking up with Galton now. Turner again. Dig out across. That's Jace. There's Clinton. Can get it out of her feet? Maybe Everett's in the way. Riviere. Letizia. Dominique Janssen. Here is Galton, getting there ahead of Nolan. George, and she's got it. George can provide the cross too. That was Potter's header. Janssen, now Galton. Jace, and Jace! Oh, it's an extraordinary save. Well, how on earth are Manchester United not 2-0 up here? That is a wonderful stop from Yanez, point blank, and doing her bit to keep Crystal Palace firmly in this game. She's just got the one goal this season. He came against West Ham at Old Trafford. He scored once in the WSL last season as well. Nolan's header, and then Lexi Potter is in on loan from Chelsea. Signed a new 4-year deal with Chelsea in the summer. Coming back out on loan, getting some valuable minutes. Riviere, always on the move. And Galton's touch, just letting it down in the end. Riviere on from Galton. Potter has done well. There's some pressure now. Woodham. Vierten. Just need to get that bit of quality. I think that Laura Kaminski has been speaking about recently is how they must manage key moments in the WSL. Huge moment in that last game against West Ham for Blanchard, which could have made it 3-1, didn't, and in the end, it wasn't long after that West Ham levelled, and before you knew it, they were behind at half-time, and West Ham were going on to score 5 overall. Here's Woodham. Yeah, for Vierten, a good chance to score in midweek against Spurs in the Conti Cup. So Manchester United are going to be making a change. Seeing the introduction of Salim Bizet. Just to add even more energy to this United team. It's George, so losing the footing. Clinton. Zara. Now Blanchard. Wooden. Look at the move here. Strong challenge from Riviere. Miyazawa. Letitia, calmly done. Riviere down the line. Jace. She got on the end of that. So it's the Brazilian who will be coming off for Manchester United, so a straightish swap, if you like. George, Dominique Janssen. Here's our featured in all of Japan's games of the Paris Olympic Games. George can't make anything happen. It will be a goal kick, and maybe just the time for United to make these changes. So here is the change then. So it's the end of the afternoon for Chase. Was denied incredibly in the second half. Céline Bizet is going to be coming on. He's got 3 assists and a goal to a name this season in the WSL. Sole goal coming against Leicester this season. Some proper excitement when Jace was announced as a Manchester United player, considering what she'd done for Barcelona. No player is enthralled to come off, but I don't think Jace is pleased at all to be making way here as we hit the hour mark. Bizet is on. It's Riviere. Clinton. Here's Woodham now. Switch can be on again. It's an overlapping option as well. This is Blanchard's. It's very narrow for Palace here. Potter has to go backwards. Everett. Now Vi. Woodham. Get away from Bizet. Here's Arrow is there. Keep things moving here with Lexi Potter. Riviere. And now Bizet turned up ahead. Bizet, can she sure that the pass was right? Well, he's in towards Billy Golden actually. Nolan and Golden together. It's not creating much, and regards to United victories this season, each of the last 6 wins, 12 of their last 14 going further back, but accompanied by a clean sheet. But it's all about taking advantage, isn't it, of the Chelsea and City slipping up this weekend. Gap will be 7. United in 4th, up to Chelsea at the top of the table. Top 3 will all be in action in the UEFA Women's Champions League again in the week as the group stage comes to a close. All 3 teams progressing. It's great for them, great for the English game, considering there was only 1 team in Chelsea last season in the competition. They got all the way to the semi-final. United losing out in the playoffs, actually, having qualified, finishing 2nd. season before. Bizet from Miyazawa. Tissier on the chase. Clayton putting on the pressure as well. Thomas choice. He goes towards Verton, headed clear. Palace are going to get a throw. More encouragement from the home fans here. Deep one in, but the tall figure, that is Fallon Tillis-Joyce. Full stretch to claim that. The 6-foot New Yorker. Monk's going to say that she's the best shot stopper that he's ever worked with. Extraordinary background of marine science and biology at the University of Miami. She can qualify to dive to depths of around 130 feet, which is something. Oh. Well, in the end, Tillis-Joyce said, "Leave it to me." All she can do is play it into touch. Throwing, not taking it to the right place. Starts with the throw. Blanchard. Now United may be able to break away. Turland holds it nicely. This is Bizet. Once again, the Norwegian. Vai. Nolan has to go backwards. Just the second appearance of the season, Hayley Nolan. Just 75 minutes worth of action. Came last week as Bizet is in. Can't hit the target. Well, again, taking huge risks at the back. This time it was Everett. May have done just enough in the end to put Celine Bizet off at a very crucial moment. Turland. Janssen. Blanchard. Quickly. Riviere has to go backwards. Tillis-Joyce. Clinton and Janssen seemingly in each other's way. Janssen can bring it away here though. Gabby George only into touch. Seems a bit more of a lift in the spirits of Crystal Palace. Potter. United could do with that second goal. Riviere. Took that down beautifully. Can't make up with Galton. Blanchard. Riviere was there to cut that one out again. Miyazawa. Bizet. Oh, it's a clever ball through. This was quick off the line. It's just that Grace Clinton goal to nil right on half time. That is separating these two teams. That's fine. Now Everett. Want to hunt down. Too much on the through ball. This United are going to make another change. Expected to see Anna Sandberg come on here for just her third appearance of the WSL this season. 26 minutes worth of action in the league. Coming on here after she did against Leicester and Chelsea. Returned last month from a knee injury. Thomas George Cliffs. Clinton. Through looking for Turland. Just out of her reach. Put out by Letitia. That free kick is Blanchard, who we think might be coming off very soon for Palace. She wants it back on the edge of the area here, Blanchard. She's not going to get it, though. It's sharp. Ball out of play, and we might just see these changes being made now. It looks as though Palace are going to be making a change which sees Blanchard come off. So it's the end of Blanchard, and coming on is Abby Larkin, a Dubliner, Ringsend. Featured in 9 of 10 games now, but all as a substitute. Who made the World Cup squad for the Republic of Ireland. So her debut against Australia was her proudest moment so far of her career. Everett to clear away. 20 minutes remaining. Verden will get there first, ahead of Letitia. It's Verden! Well, she was always looking to get a shot away. It was just whether she would be able to get the right angle here. Holding it up and fending off Maya Letitia pretty well. Still waiting for that first WSL goal of this season for Ashley Verden. United are going to be making their change pretty soon. The next break of play, and a Sandberg, we think, for Gabby George. Letitia. There is George and Clinton. Now the change. So George off, Sandberg on. It's a battle away back from a knee injury, Anna Sandberg. Overall, she's yet to make her home WSL debut. Brought in for her wealth of Champions League experience, according to Mark Skinner. Time with Häcken, back in the homeland of Sweden. Verden. Let's take down on a lovely turn too, but turning into Letitia. Throw for Palace rather than a free kick that they were hoping for. Away by Janssen. There's a tug back there. Yes, says the referee from Everett. You do well to get away with getting a yellow card in the Everett. Palace up against a team who've got the most yellow cards in the WSL so far, Manchester United. It's another game that goes by where Palace conceded 26 goals now in the WSL. It's Clinton. Free kick will go Palace's way rather than United looking for a penalty. Turland. Far from out of this, Crystal Palace. Only needs one moment. Riviere. This is another club now, Jade Riviere. Down right back slot her own. Turland. Janssen certainly is a player who is very, very capable from that sort of range. Scored some absolute blasts in a time with Wolfsburg. They'd have preferred playing at home compared to being on the road. They have lost 5 of the last 10 actually on the road in the WSL. We have created a true fortress that is Leeds Sports Village. Played at Old Trafford this season. To forget what Chelsea did to them at Old Trafford at the end of last season, where they lifted the title there. Again. Verton offside. 15 to play. Palace have just got to keep their cool here. This is far from done. Far from comfortable for Manchester United, who have certainly dominated with the ball. And Crystal Palace have not even had a shot on target yet. They need one moment. Strong as Janssen when again. Galton. Sandberg. Billy Turner. By Letitia. Riviere. Bizet back for Riviere again. Finding Bizet, nicely done. Bizet to provide. As far as Sandberg now. Billy Turner. Janssen. Eden nicked it off her. Now Lexi Potter with the drive, and it looks as though she was being pushed in the back there by Grace Clinton. The referee eventually giving the free kick. Miligale to restart with this free kick, lumping it into the area. Mirzao is there. That's Woodham. Sandberg. The final touch there, it will be a United throw. It's like the final quarter of an hour now, and United looking to use all their experience to manage the game, manage the scenario. Guys who are scrapping for points, the bottom end of the WSL. Be totally cut adrift if they were to lose this one. Leicester just a point ahead. Stan currently losing as well this afternoon. So it's only 4 points up to Aston Villa in 7th, incidentally. One win can change it all. So tight it is down at the bottom end of the Barclays Women's Super League. Joyce taking all the time that she has. She doesn't want to take too long, which would test the patience of the referee here today. 10 to go with Palace chasing. Here's Woodham. Cleverly done away from Bizet. Woodham, Bizet coming back, and it's a silly one. Woodham had just totally done her. And we could be seeing a yellow card. It's another one to a Manchester United player. Been picked up the most in the league this season, Manchester United. Chance to pump it here, Woodham. Eventually, free kick can't be taken. Sent in from Woodham. All the way. United will take that. Keeping the faith, these Crystal Palace fans here today. Supported the team not just here in Sutton, but in Brockley as well, and Sellers Park. To score in 4 games of the WSL this season. Looking like 5. Time very much against them. Here's Miyazawa. Sandberg. Turner, seeing the rise of the ball there. It's the press to be like here for Palace. Sharp who won it. What's that? Free kick to Crystal Palace again. Another chance to launch this in there and to really get at Manchester United. It's Clinton who's having a word spoken to. I don't think Grace Clinton has got any intention of going over to the referee. Oh, she's going to get a yellow card as well. They get a yellow card. United have got to keep their cool. They've got to make sure they have clear heads here. Let any sort of frustration get the better of them now. To send this one in, it's a high one. Who will it fall to? Janssen can hook it away. Virden. Woodham launches it back in again. It's Letitia who rose well. Riviere with an uncomfortable clearance away. This is good from Palace. Here's Virden again up against Bizet. It's a settle for the throw. Oh, Woodham. Virden. And Riviere sliced away again. United can't get out of the minute. Woodham down the line. Riviere across again. Inside 5 to play of the 90. Woodham lets it roll again for a throw. Now Lexi Potter. Potter plays it in. It's Kato and runs out of pitch. United are going to make a change. So we're going to see Haley Ladd come on here. Miyazawa is going to make way, so some experienced legs going into the midfield here through Haley Ladd, who really has struggled to get herself into the first 11 reckoning this season. Overall, just 5 minutes in the WSL she has played. In her 6th season at the club. They're true leaders through the years in the WSL. Haley Ladd for Manchester United, hard as nails. Helping Wales do their bit to get to a debut European Championship. She's able to bring on a calm head into that midfield area. Turland against Everett, and Turland Vickler's away. Letitia, and he goes. Potter. Woodham. Virden. Rivier's been really good today. And look at this. It's a 3-on-2 in United's favour. It's Clinton now. Now Bizet. Bizet hangs it up as United look to put this game to bed. Janssen. Set up nicely for her. $1,700 inside the stadium today. Put it all right, just unable to really test Yanez. Laura Kaminski said that they're still with the pack. There's plenty of positivity still about. And if they are to lose their final game of 2024, it's a year that will never be forgotten. Fairton didn't know where the ball was. A minute of the 90 to go. Potter. Sharp lets it run out. We're going to have late WSL drama here in Sutton. So we've hit the 19, 3 more to play. Manchester United 3 minutes away from 3 away points to go within 1 point of Manchester City, second place, before they play the derby when we return again in January. But here's Potter. Galton now. Clinton in the centre, Turland there as well with Bizet. Sandberg. There's the cutback, cut out. Millie Turner. Sandberg. Take it into the corner, slow it all down. Right in front of those Manchester United fans. The throw. Here is Turland. A chance in the first half to score. Janssen, short for Ladd. Let's go. Look at Woodham to the left here. Verdon takes over. What can Ashley Verdon do here? He's still alive in there, and anywhere will do from Hayley Ladd. You felt that that could have been a lot more for Crystal Palace. Woodham, Vi, and Woodham sent it in again. Letitia. Vi, oh. Come off a last. It looked as though they did have an extra player in attack with that counter. It's just not quite happened for Crystal Palace here this afternoon. 8 goals they've scored only in the WSL this season. Verdon. Letitier's header. Running out of time at Palace now. Everett has to go forward. Now it's launched right onto the head of Millie Turner, and that might just be it as Turland holds it up And Manchester United end 2024 with victory in the WSL. A goal from Grace Clinton on the stroke of half-time. Enough for Mark Skinner's team to end on a high. Crystal Palace pushing towards the end, but just lacking that quality. And Grace Clinton with the only goal of the game. Enough for Manchester United.